So, this is a credit card issued to me by a bank in Italy. I have been using this credit card for almost every transaction, including transfer of money, payment of utility bills, shopping, everything. But the only time I have to pay a fee for using this credit card is when I'm transferring money from this card to a different card. Apart from that, every transaction I make with this card is 100% free. At the beginning of this year, I came to Ghana and I found out that here in Ghana, I don't need this card. And what I need is just a SIM card for all my transactions. This technology is known as mobile money. The mobile money innovation is very impressive. In fact, according to the German ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Daniel Krug, even Germany and Europe are far behind in terms of mobile money innovation.
Certainly, and not only compared to neighboring countries in Africa, but also compared to my home country in some aspects. If I look at the extent of how money transfer, digital money transfer is used in your country, Germany is far behind.
Yes, it is true. Mobile money is a great innovation, but some people are taking advantage of the system to exploit poor Ghanaians and other Africans with higher and multiple transaction fees, among others. In fact, not only that, some money transfer apps are also doing the same thing to their customers, which we would like to talk about in this particular video. But before we start, please don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Now, let's dive into it. In the early 1990s, the use of technology in financial services was introduced, which is known today as Fintech. This was introduced to help improve and automate the delivery and the use of financial services. So, with the help of Fintech, Kenya became the first African country to introduce mobile money in the year 2007. In 2009, Ghana followed when MTN also introduced mobile money in Ghana. Mobile money is a pay-as-you-go digital medium of exchange and store of value using mobile money accounts and a mobile phone. The introduction of mobile money in Africa has been a life-changing for Africans in the financial sector. Over the last 10 years, mobile money has gone beyond sending and receiving money to other services, including microcredit, and now mobile money accounts can be linked easily to bank accounts. According to the Central Bank of Ghana, which is popularly known as the Bank of Ghana, the volume of mobile money transactions increased from 2.8 billion in 2020 to 4.2 billion in 2021, representing a 48.6% growth. Similarly, the total value of transaction increased to 978.3 billion Ghana cedis, which is equivalent to $87 billion in 2021 from 571.8 billion Ghana cedis in 2020. These figures clearly shows that Fintech has brought many benefits to a number of African countries in promoting financial inclusion. But there haven't been enough questions about who actually benefit from the growth of this digital finance. And that is what we are going to discuss today. So let's start from Fintech loan apps. According to the World Bank, there are about 1.4 billion people worldwide who do not have access to bank account. This is because the 1.4 billion people earn irregular income in the formal economy. Therefore, these people do not have access to loans as well. And do you know one sad thing about this? According to the World Bank again, over 60% of these people live here in Africa. So, the fintech companies have taken advantage of this situation to develop apps that gives loans to these people. But they are not doing that for the good of the people, but for their own selfish interests. These loans that the loan apps gives are usually small amounts, so they are incapable of supporting social entrepreneurship. Yet, the loans comes with a significant interest rate, averagely 6.9% over a 30-day repayment period. Because of the higher interest rate these loan apps comes with, most borrowers are unable to repay these loans, so they default and fall into a debt trap. that can lead to other problems like these fintech companies debt shaming their customers by writing to the telephone contacts of people with overdue loan repayment to place social pressure on them. So these fintech companies are driving people on poverty wages into excessive debt with higher interest rates.
Some people will borrow money from them. They will lure you that the money you are going to pay is 100,000, that you are going to pay 105,000. At the end of the day, if you default once, they can start charging you exorbitantly. Before you know, they say the one you paid already has gone.
We are having challenge of you borrow loan. Let's assume you have to repay back in a month's time. If you don't pay back, they will start tracing your contact and start telling how fraudster you are and the rest. It's a very bad experience.
The second method fintech companies are using to exploit Ghanaians and Africans is expensive charges for transfer and withdrawals. Transactions are very expensive. This is because there are multiple charges for transfer and withdrawals, ranging from 1% and 5%. The funny thing about this is that most so-called free transfer charge apps are even stealing from people more than those apps that charges people for transfer. Some of these apps are very popular because they have money to pay for bloggers to advertise for them, and they are stealing money from people without their notice. We will be doing a special video for those apps very soon, so watch out. Now, the third and last method is taxes from various governments. In the year 2022, the government of Ghana, for example, put in place an electronic transaction levy. That introduced tax has further raised costs. The way this tax works is that as the transaction amount increases, subscribers can pay up to twice or more of the original transaction fee. And I see all this to be some of the method fintech companies and governments are using to exploit poor people on our beautiful African continent. The fintech was introduced to help improve the speed of financial transactions, but it has also come with a new set of problems, which I think something must be done about it. So that is all for today's episode. Please let us know your thoughts and suggestions on this inside the comment section below. My name is Sharif Haruna. Have an amazing life and see you in our next video. Macrao.